Philadelphia, PA. Some say you haven't really visited Philadelphia until you've been to North Philly. Some North Philly residents say you haven't visited North Philly until you've visited the Kensington section. Even though Kensington is not technically a part of North Philly, it is representative of the major toll heroin and crack addiction have had on the North Philly section of the city. Some heroin addicts have set up permanent residence in homemade encampments. Others are not heroin users at all. They're just people who may be down on their luck at the moment and have no other place to go. Either way, the city has cracked down on the residents of the encampments and removed them from the area. Action News on 6 ABC, at 6 Ave, reports, a mass eviction took place in the Kensington section of Philly this afternoon as the city forced people to pack up and move out of the homeless encampments where drug use is rampant. Philadelphia leaders have promised to help transition those residents to new housing or move them to treatment centers. Street sweepers drove through two of the encampment sites at Lehigh and Tulip Streets this morning. The people who made a home on the underpasses had to make a decision to move to another street to sleep or go to housing provided by the city. Some leaving the camp protested the removal of encampments, saying the city's plan was not well thought out. Others left with volunteers as they headed to city-provided housing.
Nazi Media, Staff Philadelphia, PA cover photo courtesy, Shore News Network. 44-year-old Mark Manigault, from Philadelphia, was sentenced to 7 years in prison followed by 3 years of supervised release, this week in a federal courtroom. According to a report from Ichesco, senior United States District Court Judge, R. Barclay Sarek sentenced Manigault after he was found guilty of being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. Photo courtesy, Bop. In September of 2016, Manigault was stopped by police and found to be in possession of a 9mm semi-automatic pistol, loaded with 12 rounds of ammunition, while loitering on a West Philadelphia street corner, along with another man. Police found another 2 firearms hidden behind the wheel of a car parked nearby. Using surveillance footage from a nearby bar and a few private residences down the street, officers determined that Manigault and the other individual possessed the firearms and had been the people who placed them behind the car's wheel. Manigault was convicted in February of 2020. Manigault's case was taken up under the Project Safe Neighborhoods (PSN) program. The program brings all levels of law enforcement in on cases to protect the communities they serve, according to the report. The PSN is part of the government's focus on targeting violent criminals, and directing all U.S. attorneys' offices to work in partnership with federal, state, and local law enforcement in an effort to reduce crime. Manigault's case was investigated by the Philadelphia Police Department and the ATF. The case is being investigated by Assistant United States Attorney Thomas M. Zaleski.